where I need to get down to some precise information. In order for us to choose a 5-district map, then the residents, this would have to go to a vote for the residents to go from 4 districts to 5 districts, or can the council by themselves, like they did in Laverne, choose to go from 4 districts to 5 districts?
I don't know what Laverne did, so I can't speak to what Laverne did.
Okay,
However,
you did not have any warning on this, so
no.
I understand, and I totally understand. But Laverne, and this completely baffled me, because Laverne fairly recently adopted a 5-district map from a 4-district. Actually, they just went to council. To district elections, they chose a 5-district map with a rotating mayor. They currently have an at-large mayor. So in this case, they're not changing the number of districts, but we never went to the residents for the number of districts.
Know how Upland has arrived in an elected mayor form of council, and that's critical. If the voters chose to have an elected mayor citywide, an argument could be made that we have to go back to the voters, and I don't know the history of that, so I can't speak to that tonight.
Okay, I think that's something I still want to pursue. It was my idea to get it on the agenda. It got off the agenda, but I'd like to pursue that at the discussion at some other time.
I'd like to make a motion that we maintain the 4 districts that we have at this time, continue with the 4 districts as they're provided to us at this point.
Can I ask for a clarification here?
Sure.
Okay. Are you talking about not changing the map at all?
No, I'm not changing the map. I want to leave it the way it is. Leave it.
So if we can try to do our due diligence and forecast ahead and just have the opportunity at the next meeting to see a few variances of maps from our direction. And if they don't work, they don't work. But rather than just closing it tonight.
Well, the direction is what I motioned was leave it as is, and we still have public hearing.
I've seen the mapping tool, but my point is that we can give direction to have options come back to the table.
Absolutely.
Rather than coming back to the table the next meeting and having no options. To me, seems like due diligence. That's just.
Well, what's the direction going to be?
I don't know until the topographer. Am I saying that right?
We have to give them direction. We have to tell them what we want them to do.
That's what I'm asking is for the support of my colleagues to help give direction, which would be to close the deviation gap between District 1 and it looks like District 3, but also if my colleague Elliott sees that she wants to close a little population on her gap with District 4, this is the process of input of the residents versus what was crammed down our throats in 2018. And the residents did get a say at that time if we were doing 4 or 5 districts. It was that set at that time. And 10 years is a long time, but I think we're pretty visionary. We can kind of forecast ahead of what's going on. That's just where my thought process is, because that's the due diligence part.
What I motioned was to leave 4 districts. That's the only motion I made. From there, we can go look at the numbers. That's why they come back. We can then give direction to say, in those 4 districts, let's come, like you're saying.
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah, that old 4.
But we can't prognosticate
Absolutely cannot. You're right. But yeah, it's a reality potentially for us.
What I'm saying is, we can't prognosticate as to what the demographic makeup of that would be. We still need to use the 2020 census data that we have in that.
Okay. Sure.
So to clarify, like the 102 map, I kind of liked it, but it doesn't qualify. But you still have to present it because the public submitted it.
Yes.
Same as you're going to go ahead and you're going to do from our direction. You're going to bring it back to us and say, well, I tried it, but it doesn't work. We might just have the best recipe currently right now, but without trying, we won't know. And we'll have other resident maps can be submitted again for our viewing.
Yes.
Do I have it right?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So the motion is 4 districts, come back with some deviations that bring the numbers closer to more balance. Okay? Do we have a second? Second. All right. We'll vote. All right. Thank you very much, Council. I appreciate you.